All right. Q&A. Questions. Who has them? Answers. Who's experienced those? It's time to do both.
I'm loving this.
We are live. We are live on an unlisted YouTube video, and we are taking questions from the chat, as well as we have collected them from far and wide throughout the internet. Most of them were specifically for us, but were all of them? Let's find out. Question number 1, and this is a question that I am very interested in. Does Corbin or the party realize that Corbin's snobby accent has toned down significantly since season 1?
Noelle, who asked this question?
Krabby Clam from Tumblr. Thank you, Kat.
I as a human person that is the voice of Corbin.
Allegedly.
Yes. I know this.
But why?
And it's because, short answer, I'm lazy. And it's hard to do the snobby accent. It's so hard. And I'm also historically very bad at, like, maintaining accents. So, Corbin, however, as a figment of my brain, has no concept. He has always sounded the same to himself.
So what would you say, like, in canon is happening? Just natural accent changes?
Do you want to have a nice metaphor?
I wasn't asking for a metaphor, but I will take it. Lay it down.
You're getting it. Kat wants it.
I don't.
The metaphor is that as Corbin grows as a person and slowly realizes that he maybe isn't actually a crow.
He's becoming American?
He's becoming American. He's losing his high class British roots, and he is adopting the American accent.
That's so interesting because I just assumed that he was learning how to talk like a normal fucking person.
No, that's wrong.
He's losing his Eastern accent.
Yeah.
But
no one else
none of the rest of us had it. It's just a crow accent from that one crow who had a southern accent, as I recall.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Corbin's just confused.
Yeah,
that's true.
Aren't we all?
I have a question that was sent in on the Squarespace forum submission. This is from Carl. Carl says, big fan, love your work. What anime do you think our favorite Guardians would be the biggest fan of? Or what do you think their favorite movie would be? And Hannah, this is the reason why I asked you if you know this person. They followed this up with, personally, I think Slake's a big B movie fan.
Oh my God. Who are you, Carl? Carl, get out of my head.
Carl. Maybe you've quoted B movie. I'm not sure.
Do you like jazz?
And probably like subliminally, unconsciously.
Yeah.
If I may take a moment to address this.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, of course, obviously. But if we do want to dig a little deeper here, I would say that Slake would definitely be a big Guillermo del Toro fan.
Oh, yes.
Very good.
Mimic is a good one. Although, I guess they hurt the bugs in that, which is kind of a downer, but it's still a cool movie.
What about you, Noelle?
Yeah.
What about Fran?
Anime? I am of the opinion that Fran would only like really, pretentious-ass bullshit.
Such as?
So, I think she would be into like Ghost in the Shell, which like me, Noelle, I could only like the intro, and Fran maybe would only like the intro too, but she'd be like, no, it's like a metaphor and it's very cool.
So at first I was gonna say that Corbin's favorite movie would be like The Birds, like Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. But that just felt like too on the nose. And then I really thought about it, like I really took a minute, and I decided absolutely, without a doubt, Corbin's favorite anime would be Star Driver. Just full stop.
Don't remember what
Crickets.
Star Driver
Does that
is.
have crows in it?
You guys don't know what Star Driver
Yeah, we suck.
It's so good. It's that anime that has like a scene of the two like main male protagonists like just like breathing heavily at each other for like 3 full minutes.
That could
And
be
then there's,
any
like-
anime.
I know, but like there's also like a magical girl transformation scene of like big mecha robots, and they all wear like high heels and like big like crazy fancy outfits.
Well, it sounds
And,
like my
like,
kind
It
of
sounds
anime.
familiar. I
royal
think you tried to
garb.
get me. I think you
Yeah, I
tried to get
googled
me
it
to
and this
watch
looks about
this.
right.
Yeah, it's real good.
Kat, what about Mary?
Oh my goddess.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, there it is.
Isn't
Blocked.
it? Oh my goddess. But anyway, I'm still mad.
Isn't that just like a porn anime?
It is. It's a terrible.
Anime police.
It's a terrible harem anime. It's not my real answer. My real answer is I am blanking on the name. Wolf Girl Mononoke. Princess Mononoke.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Shit, yeah.
Favorite movie.
That'd
I feel like
also
that
be
would be-
Laika's favorite.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I have an argument that would be Laika's favorite anime.
They can't have the same favorite anime.
Yeah.
You're legally, two people are not
You
allowed
can't.
to have
It
the
is-
same favorite anime,
Yeah.
and if you find someone who claims to share your favorite anime, you do have to kill them.
No doubles.
Y'all.
All right. What about
Next question.
Next question. Do we want to grab? Oh, there's one here from Twitter that we do have a visual aid for. If Noelle wants to put that up on her screen.
Oh,
on.
I'm peeling.
What the fuck?
Yeah, what does that fucking mean?
I don't.
Y'all know I'm a fucking snake. Don't judge my life.
Gross. All right.
Yeah.
So on Twitter from the Valor Bard, we were asked question mark, and it was this combined with an image that says what Genasi hairdo, standing, sleeping. Okay, so standing, it goes up, like, you know, like you see like a fire person's hair, like Flame Princess, it goes up. But when they lay down, does it still go up in relation to their body, or does it go up in relation to gravity?
Oh my god.
That's deep.
Yes.
That's true.
So does the
That's
hair.
true. I also like in this diagram that the opposite of standing is sleeping.
Yeah.
Very
Those
true.
are the only two things.
I only stand and sleep. Those are the only two things I do.
Are you suffering from high-quality podcasts? You see, quality podcasts stimulate parts of your brain, leading to an irksome condition called thinking. But suffer no more, my friend. Introducing Discount Storytime's blend of fictional nonsense and rancid gibberish to provide soothing relief. Try Discount Storytime today. Available on most podcast catchers and at discountstorytime.com.
Consult your healthcare provider before listening to Discount Storytime. Not intended to treat unicyclitis, pickleball liver, or jittering expectations.
I guess, I mean, if you want to ask like what actual Genasi, I don't even think that's the way that word is pronounced, for one thing. Like on Dungeons and Dragons, we just take some liberties because none of us know things. So as far as what happens to Fran's hair when she is sleeping, I kind of imagine that it either is kind of like a formless, vaguely orb-shaped, rippling like fishbowl situation when she's sleeping because it's not
Is
like
it-
under her conscious control, or she just puts it away and she sleeps bald.
Does it,
Ooh.
if it's an orb, is it like around her head, like
Yeah,
in her
that's
mouth?
what I was wondering.
Yeah, maybe.
Is it
Like
like
a spaceman.
Yeah, I like that.
Just depends what she's feeling. what she's feeling like. As far as like what actual Genasi hair does, it probably goes up in relation to gravity always, I would assume.
That's
It ever
dope.
goes up in relation to gravity, because otherwise it just means that like all of them are just styling their hair straight up, because that's just the only way that they know how to style hair.
Maybe that's the
But
fashion.
it's not straight up. It's like all amorphous, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
from the chat, Brooke has asked, rainbow or chocolate sprinkles for characters and their voices? Sprinkles don't taste like anything,
Yeah,
and I don't
sprinkles taste
want
the
them
same.
anywhere near my food.
all sprinkles
Sorry.
taste the same.
Wow.
Damn.
I mean, chocolate sprinkles that are like distinctly small bits of chocolate, those are definitely better than just like candy sprinkles that taste like nothing.
Well, that's
but,
just chocolate flakes.
yeah, but no, there's like ones that are sold as sprinkles that are actually chocolate, but you know.
Oh,
What are the little brown ones?
I've
Yeah.
never had
Those
such
are
a
poof
thing.
sprinkles.
But they're chocolatey.
I mean,
Yeah.
I had
I think your brain just makes you think they're chocolatey because they're brown. I don't think they taste
You don't know
chocolate.
that.
no.
No, that's just you don't know that they taste like chocolate.
I can
Yes,
say,
I do.
No.
I can say for certain that the chocolate sprinkles I had on my birthday cake this Monday did taste like chocolate because I ate them independently of the cake and was like, yes, these are very chocolatey sprinkles. They are good.
Ooh. See, I'd be good with that, but
Yeah.
Y'all ever have cocoa nubs?
Oh, I love them cocoa
mean nibs?
nubs.
Yeah.
I
Do you mean cocoa nibs?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
the
knew
words.
I knew they were called nibs, but I was just gonna roll with what Caitlin said because it was funnier.
Thank you, Kat. Thank you.
Whatever, y'all plebeians.
I don't know anything.
Come talk to me when you've had some nips, Hannah.
It's nubs.
It's nibs.
No, nips. Nips.
Nope.
Nips. It's a real candy.
No, wait, what?
Yeah.
We're
Wait,
quickly.
this sounds familiar. What do they look like?
They're like little like caramel
I'm gonna-
things with chocolate
Oh,
inside.
You guys, y'all,
I do
I was
know
about
those.
I was about to Google them and make the biggest mistake of my life.
I also was doing that, but stopped.
All right.
Wait, but Caitlin, what's
Yeah.
what's your sprinkle?
Oh, my preference is the chocolate ones. Like, obviously. I think Corbin would like rainbow sprinkles.
Nasty.
Nasty.
Judge.
I clearly am already doing it, so you can't stop me.
Damn. Listen, y'all know those little like star-shaped ones that are in
Oh,
pastel
shit.
colors?
I didn't even know those were on the table.
Well,
I
they're
don't
rainbow and they're sprinkles,
Fuck.
but they look like
Bad.
the little guys.
No, bad. Sorry,
Yeah, the little guys. yes.
The little guys.
I do
You know
like.
what?
I mean,
I like.
You know
that
what else
about
looks
them.
like those? I guess we haven't specified. We all know what the little guys are, but
yeah, you know what I'm fucking saying.
Everybody knows who they are.
the little candies from Spirited Away. Is that what we're
Yes,
talking about?
yes,
The
yes.
little food for the soot.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what
I'm
else looks
soot.
like those? Are those like little mints, except for they're not the right shape. But you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Maybe.
That look like chocolate chips,
Mm-hmm.
but they're like mints
No.
that are in those colors.
Oh, they are
Yeah.
the right color. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah.
Whenever I eat those, I'm like, I am a soot.
Mm.
Anyway, that is a lot of sprinkle talk, and I'm really glad that we nailed that one down.
really nailed
Good.
it. Really
There
got
can
it.
be no controversy about our statements about our stance on sprinkles.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think we've made ourselves very clear. Another question from the chat: Who is Fran in love with? Like, we know that Fran has rolled to fall in love a lot, but who has she fallen in love with? And then that was from Nayslayer and from Christine. Or if you can't tell us, when will we find out?
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell you anything. I will say Fran's reaction is not always the same as her role. But usually it is. And also, what is love?
Can
You
I
know?
just interject really
Baby,
quick
don't hurt me.
and say that every time you roll to fall in love, Fran's reaction is exactly the same. And it's a little, and that's it.
Yep.
No.
No, she always
Sometimes,
Except for like one time when you rolled because it was like diamond.
There's been like 3 times at least that Fran has been like falling all over herself, being like, oh my God.
Okay,
That's
King
right.
of Danmar doesn't count.
No, King of Danmar wasn't one of them. One of them was that gnome lady
Oh, that's
who
right.
like died, I guess. And then one of them was Diamond. And one of them was the pirate lady.
I remember her.
Or not the pirate lady, but the captain of our ship.
Oh, yeah, that's
And
right.
then there's been other mysteries, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Things just happen.
Well, there was Vicenti, your crush on in the Estrin Guard. And like,
Oh
the
yeah,
first couple episodes.
I totally forgot about that person. Again, I ask you, what is love? Oh, this is gross. So, from Twitter, Alla Jackson 16. If Fran flew into someone's fart as a fart cloud and reverted to normal, what would happen?
Yeah.
Oh, I keep thinking about this one.
It
She
felt
would
very
smell a
unpleasant.
bad smell, and it would just be normal.
Or
Or y'all seen The
some-
Fly?
No, some of the fart would be incorporated into Fran, and some of Fran would get lost in the fart.
No, that wouldn't happen.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Wait.
What if the fart?
I
What
mean,
if
because given that implication, Fran has been slowly losing herself and becoming more and more just like plain oxygen and air
Now here's my second.
every time
proposition.
she turns back.
What about
And if you make that call as a DM, I'm going to like murder every NPC except for Mary.
Wait, I'm confused about the situation.
Yes. Anyway, here's my second caveat on this question, Noelle, is what if Fran reformed around the other fart, and then the fart is inside of her?
I
Then
hate
she
this.
would smell a bad smell. That's what happens when you
What if-
sniff a
hey,
fart.
I
Why are
have
you
a
trying to make
theory.
this so nasty?
No, I got a theory. I think I know what it happens.
I don't want to hear your theory.
It's just that
It's
Fran
a butt
gets-
theory, and I don't
there's
want to
just
hear
a
it.
fart inside of her.
Yeah.
She just has to fart.
Guess what? When you smell a fart, you immediately incorporate it into your body, and then you
That's-
fart it out your body. Listen, that
Listen.
is science.
Yeah, you're not fully absorbing the question. I think.
Well, I'm absorbing something.
You really just
Let's
need
move
to
on.
absorb.
We're
a
gonna
little
move on. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to the next question. We're gonna
Okay,
move
but I
on
do
right
have a
now.
theory.
Anna, we're gonna move on. Hey, this is a good question. Hannah from Zinzier on
That's me.
Twitter. What are your favorite bugs?
Ah, yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Okay. Well, let's see. I mean, so many options, right? Well, okay. So I do have a folder right now that I could just pull up. But basically, okay. So like green atlas beetle, that's a real solid one. Some of them have horns, what look like demon horns. So that's very cool, very chic. Oh, and handsome fungus beetle. Now, I've noticed there's a lot of different varieties of this guy, but there's one that's kind of black and purple and spiky, and like, that's a spicy meatball. You know what I'm saying?
Handsome is literally part of it.
Yeah, that's part of the name.
Caitlin, I think the question was, what are your favorite birds?
Oh. This is the part of the podcast where I reveal that I'm not actually like a huge bird person.
Just a small bird person.
I mean, okay, so like, all right, here's the thing. Like, my actual like experience and knowledge of birds is not a lot. I did have a pet cockatiel growing up as a child, who killed himself by masturbating too much on my mom.
What?
Yeah.
Caitlin, you have told this story on the podcast before.
Hannah seems surprised.
So
Anyway,
what's your favorite bird?
So, well, I like cockatiels because that's like the bird that I grew up with.
Wow.
But I also like those fucked birds. I like owls. What's that?
What about the
fucking
fancy
weird
chickens?
Bird?
Do you ever go to see the fancy chickens at the state fair, Caitlin?
I missed them. I went on the last day, and so they were like all gone.
Oh no!
Packed 'em up.
The poodoo bird. That's the one.
Oh, that's a
Patu?
good one. I love that bird.
Yeah, that bird's fucking crazy. Also, I do like owls.
Is there an owl god cat?
That's a great question. Technically, not in the main pantheon, but there is a demigod of owls.
Hell yes. I hope it's Jareth from Labyrinth.
Yes, it is Jareth from Labyrinth.
Oh my god.
Jareth, demigod of owls, son of probably Hugin, the hawk.
Can we meet him?
I don't know, maybe. Probably not, though, because I feel like that's just really very close to copyright infringement.
Yeah, I know.
It's so close it is that.
It's so close they're nearly indistinguishable.
And then the last part of the question for me, what are my favorite water creatures? I guess big whales.
Big whale's good.
Not small ones. Fuck those guys.
Have you ever seen an Irrawaddy dolphin?
Oh, those are cute guys. They have no noses.
I know. They're endangered.
I know. That's very sad.
I don't think so. I only like big whales. So.
Big whales.
Go away.
What about whale sharks?
Yeah, what about whale sharks?
I
love
only
those.
like big whales.
Whales are very big.
I can't be any clearer. Okay.
No, how do
Whale
you
sharks
feel
are the
about
biggest.
small whales?
I only like big whales.
One kind.
Should we move on?
Let's move on. On Tumblr from Lipstick and Apple Juice. What do you think the Guardians plus Mary and Phelan, if you're feeling frisky, what are their favorite meals? I'm very curious about this for Phelan, since we established she doesn't need to eat human food. And they also said, I'm thinking Doritos for Corbin and the most expensive thing on the menu for Fran. Like,
Corbin's, it's been pretty established. Corbin's favorite food is cold cuts.
Yeah, Corbin loves cold cuts. Corbin also likes just like bugs. You know, like a little wormy.
Mm-hmm.
Bad.
But like in terms of food that like normal people eat, cold cuts. Like he'd be that dude that just like buys just like a bunch of like honey mesquite smoked turkey shavings from like the deli and like eats it out of the bag.
Yeah. Yeah, Corbin's the guy, like the roommate you have that you wake up at 2 a.m. and go to get a glass of water and you find him like standing in front of the fridge shoving cold cuts in his mouth.
Yep.
That sounds right.
I've never lived in that exact situation before, and that's not why I'm describing it.
You guys, can I tell you a story really quick about my friend G?
Yes. Oh, I love hearing stories
always.
about G.
So she had to like sublease a room in her apartment because her friend couldn't move in right away. And it was to this like very weird man who would just like leave garbage on the floor and like didn't know that he had to put a sheet on his bed. He was like, well, God. I've never heard that before.
What?
I'm sorry.
And every time G wanted to talk to him, she would like knock on his door and be like, hey, like, can we talk about this garbage situation, or like the fact that you don't know what a fitted sheet is? And every time he'd be like, I need to go get my water, and he'd walk past her out of the room and go to the stove, and then he would boil water.
What?
Was this a demon?
What? And so then they would just like stand there waiting to talk while he boiled the stuff. And then he would drink it hot.
No.
Yes.
That's not.
It's not right.
Yeah, that's
not.
Well,
June, I love you.
That's cursed. That's cursed.
Oh.
Anyway, sorry, that was just an aside.
I'm fucking reeling.
Noelle, what's Fran's favorite food?
Just hot water. Shut the fuck up.
I'm so mad.
Okay, what about Slake?
Oh man, how do I fucking top water?
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I mean, I was thinking probably some sort of like, you know, campfire roasted meat kind of situation, because I would think that, you know, they probably have some warm memories of like eating with their mentor.
Aw, that's very nice. Yeah, roasted leg of monster, something like that.
Yeah, that's very sweet from your bento box that she made you.
Yep.
Well, Mary's favorite meal is like an angel food cake with fresh fruit and whipped cream on it.
Cute.
Phelan's favorite food is an Off Boy Hungry brand, of course.
Oh,
yeah.
good choice.
Very good.
That's what I'm talking about.
I just wanted to react in the chat to all the people saying small whales do not interact.
Oh, you're all so good.
Oh, well, I'm not sure I'm using an emergency sound, actually, but I do have an announcement. So, guess what? It's me, Noelle, and we finally opened our store, y'all! It's at damesanddragons.store or damesanddragons.com/store if you just hate efficiency. So we're selling really cool Dames and Dragons t-shirts designed by Caitlin. We're selling awesome dragon lapel pins, which are designed by Hannah. We are also selling character prints, which were illustrated by Caitlin, which I'm sure you've seen on our website or our social media, which are absolutely incredible. And you can also purchase a one-time ad or message on Dames and Dragons if you would like. Again, that's damesanddragons.store. Or you can just go to our website and click the link. It's been 700 years. You guys have all been asking, and we finally did it. And it was difficult. Tasks are hard to accomplish, but we finally did it. Our store is open. damesanddragons.store. So on to thank yous. I want to thank our indomitable patrons on Patreon. Our new patrons this week are Sarah, Clara, Danielle, Muffin, Anthony, Kate, Elizabeth, Kelly, Mercury, Alex, Shay, Merrick, Targot, Melanie, Alex again, Nick, The Void, and Insuling. Very sweet. Very wonderful. Thank you guys so much. And if you want to become a patron, you can go to patreon.com/damesanddragons, where we are constantly doing weird stuff and posting outtakes and previews and bonuses, etc. It's really a great time. Thank you also to our iTunes reviewers. That is going to go out to Rita Girl 76, Zeddy's Dead, Nivea Soul, Alpha X238, A Dame Dragon, and KDJ SBSK BDM. Oh, I'll be honest, I do think and suspect that these key smashes are on purpose, you guys. I think you're doing this to torture me. Is it funny? Yeah. Okay. Is it in line with a Dames and Dragons asshole type of humor? Yeah. Okay. Do I appreciate it? No. Should you keep doing it? If you want, I guess. Can I stop you? I can't. Anyway, also on iTunes, we're getting real close to 500 reviews, so keep those boys on a coming. That would be an incredible milestone to hit, and as always, iTunes reviews are the number one best non-monetary way you can support us as a podcast. They really, really help. Thank you. I also want to mention our sponsors this week, one of whom is a new and exciting one. That's D&D Beyond. So I'm sure a lot of you have used D&D Beyond, and maybe you haven't even known it. But if you've Googled D&D rules on the internet rather than flipping through all those books, I bet you've stumbled across them once or twice. If you don't know, basically D&D Beyond is a digital resource for Dungeons & Dragons. So they've got the rules, character creation programs, and tons of other useful things to put in your toolbox for running campaigns and for playing. We actually, on Dames & Dragons, we record quite a bit in advance, so it's going to be a little while before we're actually using D&D Beyond, like, while we're playing. not that it will really come up that often, but just FYI. But I did want to mention how excited we are to be doing this partnership with them. Their products are genuinely really, really useful and really, really nice. And as people who just expect everything to do with D&D rules to be really hard to concentrate on and learn, as a bunch of ADHD people who almost called this podcast ADHD&D, every time we've used D&D Beyond products so far, it's shocking. It works so intuitively and well, and it's easy, and it just makes everything flow like butter. Butter doesn't flow. It flows like something that flows well, melted butter. Thanks, D&D Beyond. I also want to point you in the direction of the Empire of the Ghouls by Kobold Press. Empire of the Ghouls is the first 5th edition campaign from Kobold Press for characters 1 to 14, taking your heroes deep into the realms of the undead. Explore a kingdom of terror and blood ruled by vampires, and far below the earth in the Underdark, a mighty empire of ghouls. This massive 5e campaign will include new Underdark lore, as well as tons of undead monsters, magic, and more, with both an adventure book and a player's guide. The Kickstarter is live and ends Friday, May 31st, so it's coming up this month. It's already funded and blowing away the stretch goals, but you can still get those rewards if you want to support them. Find out more at koboldpress.com/kickstarters. And last of all, our sweet girl, Chantel. Chantel, this is a Q&A episode, and for that reason, I'm letting you off the hook this time. There's no message for you here, Chantel. The sleeper agent is not active. Do not go. Do not collect $200. And now let's get back to that Q&A. Maddie from the chat says, what would the Guardians in Mary's modern fashion be? I love this question.
Oh.
Kat, go first, because you're the fashion maven.
Fashion boy.
Am the fashion boy. I did work as a costumer for 6 years. This is my realm of specialized knowledge, and I've shamed many people about that in my day-to-day life.
Good.
Mary's fashion would be like a lot of sort of loose layers and like drapey stuff, but
yes,
like leggings and like tunics and things like that, but with like fashionable belts with cool like a lot of bronze accents, bronze and gold jewelry and accents and things like that. I have a specific coat that I have that I think Mary would have.
Nice.
Like,
what about, oh, sorry.
No, I'm done.
I was going to ask, what about Phelan?
Ooh,
Oh,
yeah.
Phelan, leather jackets.
I just wanted to hear you say leather jacket.
100% leather jackets. 100% leather jackets and like ripped up cool jeans. And
yes. What kind of shoes? Tell me the shoes. What are the kicks?
Timberlands. He'd be wearing Timberlands. Because he's like a trendy basic bitch.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. All right. What about Corbin?
Corbin would have like 2 modes of operation in terms of like what he wears.
Yes.
And the first would be basically what I drew Corbin and Leica wearing in that Halloween pic, which is like, crop tops.
Oh, yeah.
Leather jacket
Yes.
of various colors, skinny jeans, emo shit. And then the other mode would be brightly colored athleisure wear.
Yes.
Amazing. Yeah.
That's just what you wear, Caitlin.
Yes, it is.
But it fits
You're right.
though, right?
But
That's
it
true.
fits.
And I did give Mary one of my coats, so.
There you go.
That's very good. What about Slake?
Oh, yeah. I definitely, when I was first concepting Slake, I was trying to get in touch with the punk teen vibe.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm thinking probably like some homemade like band t-shirts and stuff. Fucking shorts that have like that plaid pattern on them, but in like weird colors.
There you go.
And then probably like beat up boots and fingerless gloves.
Everyone
regardless.
was wearing fingerless gloves. I love that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what about Fran?
Like a trendy librarian.
Yeah.
Very good.
Good choice.
Yeah. I think that's Fran all over. She's got a lot of like elbow patches.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, very good. And like cute
Cardigans.
Oxfords in contrasting colors.
This is making me think about all of these people hanging out.
Right?
Which I am very into.
Oh, man.
Coffee shop AU, y'all. Someone get on it.
Oh, yeah.
Who are the people who work at the coffee shop and who are the customers?
Well, Corbin works at the coffee shop because he specializes in tea.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But like is very bad, but is like the most passionate employee that they have who's like, this tea is my passion.
He's always making like off-menu drinks for people, and they're like,
please, just the Pike Place. And he's like, I know what you need.
Phelan is a customer, I feel.
Oh, yeah. Phelan's a customer.
Phelan's the guy that like comes in every day and orders a black coffee, and like everybody's like, oh, he's so mysterious. But then if like one day he takes out his headphones and they're still like they're turned up so loud you can hear what he's listening to, and it's just like the theme songs from various animes.
Yeah.
Good.
I thought you were gonna say it was like have you guys watched Russian Doll?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You know the affirmation tape?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what it would be. That's more on brand than the anime.
Oh, I love that.
He pulls out his headphones and is like, you are good enough. I think Fran would also be working at the coffee shop
Yeah.
to finish her master's degree in becoming a librarian.
Corbin's like a college dropout.
Good.
Yep.
And Slake, are you? I guess maybe you. I could see it going either way, but I think Slake also an employee.
Yeah, I can see Slake, having to juggle a coffee shop job with trying to make it as a sculptor and having lots of like failed gallery openings that no one comes to at like community centers.
I feel like Slake would be like they'd be like the newbie, like they just got hired like
Mm-hmm.
They have to do all like the janitorial work.
Yeah, like
they have to do all the work. Full
bathroom.
stop. If Fran and Corbin is passionate, but he's not getting anything done. Like Fran just reads at the counter all day.
Corbin's been there for like years. But he's like still just a basic barista.
Incredible.
Really good. Well,
Would Mary be an employee or a customer?
I was thinking
either
Mary
she's
owns the coffee shop.
I was gonna say either she's a customer or she like inherited the coffee shop and doesn't know what she's doing.
Yeah, I can see that
one. It's definitely that one. She's like the owner of the coffee shop who's like just sitting in the corner all day being like, good job, guys.
Like doesn't
Torva
have the
owns-
heart to fire Corbin. Like just lets him stay there.
Well, we're like a small independent like coffee shop,
yeah.
and then Torva owns like the Starbucks across the street.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But little does Torva know that Phelan is like donating his income to keep this coffee shop open.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Phelan works all day at the Starbucks and comes over and buys like 6 lattes from us.
Oh, someone needs to write this.
He's got a Starbucks
just
tattoo on
wrote
his
it.
arm.
Yeah, apparently one of us needs to write.
No, we've laid out the outline for someone else to go in and fill in the details. This is
That's
great.
true.
Yes,
That's
I
true,
guess.
This is
Good
why
work,
you make a
team.
podcast.
This is the only reason to make a podcast. Let's find some interesting ones.
I do want to know about Fran's monkey pal.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So from Anonymous on Tumblr. About Fran's simian sidekick, not the weeping Corbin monkey, the big one. So the beautiful, my friend Donkey Kong, who I've just Barrel Boy. Other than tieflings, there doesn't seem to be a lot of infernal influence around the world. As far as demons, vampires, and other D&D evil-aligned staples go, is there much presence of those creepy crawlies we can anticipate in Avalis? Or is it going to include more exciting beasties from the depths of Cat's haunted brain stuff? A mix of both? I wouldn't put it past Torva to create vampirism.
Incredible.
So this is a great question. One thing I will note is that, like, my haunted brain stuff is the least apt description because, y'all, I can't watch horror movies. This is famously known in our friend group that I can't watch anything with gore or scary stuff in it because I'm a big wimp. But I like making monsters, so, put that together. Anyway, so I think I've talked about this at least somewhere else. I don't know where. Maybe it was on another podcast, or maybe it was just to somebody. But I don't love using, like, classic monsters that much in my homebrew world because it feels very lazy. Not to say that, like, there's no merit to it, but that's why, like, Sertena, they're basically mermaids, but they're not mermaids because we don't live in mermaid land,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So probably not gonna go, like, there might be vampirism, but it's not actually vampire. Actually, I already came up with this in a plot that's not going to be used. Maybe it will be, but, like, there is a form of vampirism that, like, is based off of, a ancient god curse or something like that. It's just, mixing that sort of thing into the lore of a homebrew world works a lot better when you're not being like, and in this world, vampires are because of this, and they're sparkly. Demons, we might actually see, though.
Yeah.
Because Fran has summoned one, and therefore now they exist.
Yep, they're in it.
Yeah, so I'll go into a little bit, is that in Avalis, there is the realm of what is and the realm of what is not. And the realm of what is anything that's, like, in the mortal plane that you can see and touch and feel and is a physical thing. And then the realm of what is not is, like, everything else. And it's mostly just the void. And the void is where demons come from. Well, technically, they come from, like, the same place the giants come from. The barren rock, which is in the void. We're getting deep into some lore stuff. If you want to explore it, go to the Into the Avalis website. There's a little bit more about this on there.
Which is available if you are a patron.
Only available if you're a patron, yes. But demons come from there. They can't access Avalis. They can't access the realm of what is without being summoned there or attaching themselves to a mortal host of some kind. So that's kind of how they interact with the world. So we'll probably see more of them because,
Yay.
They're being summoned now.
Can't wait.
So I have a few more, and a bunch of them can be answered pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Alex from the chat said, "Are you guys going to Gen Con this year?" We are not.
We're not. We're going to Convergence instead in July, which is local to Minneapolis. So if you want to come to Minneapolis, we will be at Convergence 2019.
Best city in the world, best convention in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anybody's coming to Convergence, let us know.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're not going to Gen Con this year. We'll probably go again at some point, I would assume.
Yeah.
But not in 2019. A question for Kat. How many notes do you normally have for one D&D session and for one arc?
For one D&D session, it's usually about, like, if it's something where I had to plan a bunch of stuff out, it's usually like 2 to 3 pages. But that's also, like, there's usually a lot of formatting. And then, of course, it's longer if I'm, like, making stat blocks and stuff. For an arc 4 was admittedly, like, the one that I've had the most notes on. And that one had a lot. I think probably a total of, like, 30 pages of notes.
Jesus.
By the end of it. Because I basically broke it into 5 different Google documents because once you get to, like, 4 or 5 pages, it's a lot to scroll through. So, yeah, so, like, that one was a lot because I just had to plan out everything in advance and have a lot of very detailed notes on all of, like, the court intrigue stuff.
Right, because you didn't know what we were going to ask when.
Yeah, exactly. So I really had to have all my shit nailed down. And I there's some things I could have done better, in retrospect, but normally, like, I'll say Into Avalis and Grey Manacle, those were both more like, for the arc, was probably about 15 pages in the end. So, that's probably more normal.
Right. Another question. If your characters were to multi-class, what would they pick as their second class? I think it would be somebody needs to be a rogue.
Clearly.
I feel like probably Corbin would multiclass as a rogue, honestly.
Yeah.
He's got the aesthetic.
Do you have high dex?
I have like decent dex. Like,
okay.
It could be high.
Warlock is maybe
Hey,
charisma. I can't remember.
I'm really sorry, you guys. I don't mean to disrupt the flow, but I did just get an email from Neopets.com saying that they reset my password.
What?
I don't know what's going on. Because I haven't been on Neopets in fucking years. I tried to
Shit's about to get real.
God. I tried to open it and I just got a thing that says this message no longer exists. And it
You just got
what? Killed.
Oh my god.
What kind of Neopets conspiracy?
Holy shit.
What the fuck?
R.I.P.
So
Caitlin.
scared.
Caitlin, I'll be praying for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So hold on. I think to get back to the question, I don't know what will happen plot wise, I guess, but like if certain things happened plot wise, Slay could possibly multi-class into something that has like spell casting,
That's
like
true.
Paladin or something,
Or
or
that'd be cool.
something
Or
else.
Eldritch Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know. I would love to have Fran multi-class as like anything that can wear armor. Like I want Fran to just take just one level in fighter, even though she can't use it and she has -1 strength. Just so she can wear armor and not be just an idiot all the time, just like out there being like, don't hit me. But I'm gonna stand right in front of you and like stare at you in your eyes and be like, I hope I don't get hit. Whatever.
I mean, you could multi-class into cleric.
Yeah.
That you can wear heavy armor as a cleric.
That's true. That is like kind of what I was thinking. Cleric is wisdom, I think, right?
Yeah.
I think Fran has fairly high wisdom, so like that would be an option.
That's high wisdom is my brand, so you better not come for it.
Well, I mean, if there's one thing I associate with Corbin's brand, it's his wisdom.
So true.
Listen, he has like -1 intelligence and like +7 wisdom. It makes sense. It tracks.
I mean, honestly, given his behavior, it does track.
Yeah.
It does, actually, because, I mean, the clairvoyancy and
That's how I
the...
play him.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's
What about,
very stupid
Hannah,
and wise.
do you have any ideas of how you would want to multi-class Slake?
I mean, yeah, because there is like a fighter class that has magic, but I'm thinking that if I'm multi-class, that I'd actually just be taking like, I mean, I could just go like full, add warlock onto,
Ooh.
being a fighter. But I don't know. I have to actually look at stats and see what I could do, because I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think what my worst stat is and what my. Because dexterity and strength, I think, are my best.
Yeah.
I'd have to ruminate on it.
Yeah. Mary is already technically multi-classed.
Right.
So, yeah, she is technically, I built her out of a multi-class cleric and sorcerer.
Badass.
So good.
But also, like, I didn't follow the rules because she's a god.
Yeah.
Right.
So
She's just kind of doing her own thing.
she's a god and also technically an NPC, so I don't fully follow the rules in any sphere where Mary is involved.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's what I get to do as the DM. Well, should we wrap this up, guys? I want to go eat some pizza.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent.
So it shall be.
So it shall be.
So it is written.
So it is written. It is time for the pizza. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight.
Yes.
This most auspicious of nights.
Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you all.
Big whales, you know what to do.
Small whales don't interact.
Small whales, get the fuck out.
If you are a big whale, just send me a DM.
DMs are open for big whales.
Hey,
DMs
everybody.
are closed for every other size of whales.
Big whales.
How do you feel about medium whales?
Yeah.
I only.
Noelle, can I
Like
ask you what
big
classifies
whales.
a whale as big?
You know when you see it.
And with that, I think it's time for us to sign off. Thank
Good
you
night,
so much,
everybody.
everyone. Good night.
Bye.
Goodbye.